You ever do something and you're like, why was I nervous? It worked out anyways.
Saturday morning, sun is bright. No worries today, no fights. Coffee brewing, not so sweet. Dancing to the waking beat.
I know I changed the background, but I thought I would get a little bit more of an aesthetic background for you guys. I enjoy having my blankets and being on the couch, so a little bit more of a comfortable setting. Let's go ahead and talk about yesterday. I packed all of my PR packages and then I went ahead and shipped them through UPS, which was probably the best decision that I have made so far with choosing that service. They were awesome, kind, super efficient, and really friendly on me getting through the process of trying to start being a small business owner, shipping products through a servicer and a provider. I was going through some of the pricing on shipment, and I don't know why, but in my head, I kept thinking that each destination would be the same price. And then I kept realizing that it kept getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And then that's when it clicked that the locations that I was sending the PR packages were getting closer and closer and closer to me. So that was something that was kind of like an aha moment right as soon as that happened. Like, obviously, if they're closer to me, it's gonna be cheaper, as opposed to if the destination is further away, it's gonna be a little bit more money to get it over there. I did go ahead and pay the extra, I think it was 20 cents on each transit for UPS instead of USPS, just because they were open on Saturday and I wanted to have a seamless drop off and no issues. I used my handy dandy printer, which I'm super excited about. It's been a very long time since I've had an actual printer that works and scans. Printed out the labels on the adhesive paper, and honestly, Pirate Ship has this really cool feature where you can print either on the right side of a piece of paper or the left side. I was able to actually print 2 labels on one piece of paper, cut the piece of paper up, and then strip the labels and put them on the packaging pretty much seamlessly. I did use clear packing tape, Scotch tape, to seal up the barcodes and the addresses, just so if there was any water damage, which I'm really hoping there won't be, I could just prevent that from coming off so that the package can at least have a fair chance at getting to its destination. To talk a little bit about the process, I'm gonna insert a clip of me being in the car.
You ever do something and you're like, why was I nervous? It worked out anyways. Yeah, actually it was very easy. I walked into CVS, they had a UPS access point. I had the labels on there. She just went ahead and scanned them. It went from shipping to, I guess like an updated segment of UPS's shipping. And then, yeah, it's all good now. I dropped them off and I'm hoping they're going to be on their way, which they will be on their way, but I'm hoping that they're going to get there safely. So yeah, I don't know why I was so nervous about that.
To talk about the process, I was very nervous for the instance that I was shipping out the packages. I printed out all the labels on Pirate Ship and I just did not know what to expect. I felt like there weren't a lot of YouTubers or people explaining the process of getting to the store and dropping them off, which, by the way, is the easiest thing that I can say I've ever done. I was absolutely nervous for no reason. I drove to a CVS, which obviously kind of added to my nerves just a little bit. I drove to a CVS, which was a UPS access point, and I parked, got out of the car, had my packages, walked in, and was very hesitant, but asked, is your UPS access point open? And the girl behind the counter was very sweet. She's like, yeah, come on in. And she looked at the packages. She complimented my packages. She said that they were so nicely packed and that it was easy for her to get everything put back in the bin. She scanned everything twice and then she looked at me and said, okay, have a good evening. And I literally realized in that moment how easy this is gonna be. And how many things I get a little bit nerve-wracked about the unknown. I guess just like never doing it, but if you never do it, how will you know? It was just one of those moments where I like hyped it up to be this big like realization that I really step on my own toes sometimes, and then I just need to get past that. I hope the lighting in here is a lot better. Let me know if you guys like this cozier feel on the couch, because I like my plant. This one's named Oscar. This is Oscar. Yeah, I definitely will say I really just over anticipated something to go wrong. Like I literally was like, something's gonna go wrong because it always goes wrong. I'm definitely a planner. I like to plan and make sure that things have no way of going wrong, but absolutely everything was seamless. And if you're just interested in shipping packages in general, and I could definitely see this on just like a personal side of things, sit, 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 kennel. His little pitter patters were getting a little noisy. Actually, my neighbor had the vacuum going earlier, which I was literally like, what is the timing? Because I had just gotten everything set up. I had just sat down, and right as soon as I clipped the mic on, I was like, which is so funny because usually I'll see other creators be like, oh, I'll just wait for the ambulance to go by. And yeah, anyways, long story short, I feel like this whole process was just a make-believe issue that I had in my head, and I'm so glad that I worked through it and was able to get through all the steps with pretty much no issues. I did get a little bit worried about one of the addresses, but it was because I guess on P.O. boxes you don't need a street name, because the P.O. box in it of itself is the address. So I kind of felt that was interesting, that I had to do a little bit of research, get a little more educated, and I'm super happy that everything went through and that it's on its way and hopefully in transit probably on Monday, but I dropped everything off on Saturday. I'm curious as to when everything's gonna be in transit, because I did drop them off a little bit later in the evening. Also, Pirate Ship was super easy to navigate. I went on, made an account. Once you make an account, there are 3 options. The 2 options that I felt like best suited me were to upload a spreadsheet of the people and their addresses, or to do labels individually. For my promotional packages, I just went ahead and opted to put everyone's information in individually and make the labels that way. Whereas opposed to my pre-orders, I've already uploaded the labels for my pre-orders, and the Excel spreadsheet that I use for my pre-orders from the Google form, which was automatically put into an Excel spreadsheet, is now going into Pirate Ship, and it looks perfect. I can't wait to get everything printed out. I am still collecting payment for those pre-orders until December 10th. We've got just a couple more days here. I'm super excited to get those completed. 7 pre-orders, that is awesome. I literally can't thank you guys enough for all the support, and seeing those orders come through just makes my day every time that I get to make a new order and put it together. And all the bracelets that I've got coming up, I really need to get on to this evening and then tomorrow. Been kind of sitting with the fact that it's not the most efficient way, but as I've said before, it's the best product that I've made, and just because it's not the most efficient way doesn't mean that I shouldn't put the effort into making them, because I think it's well worth it. I will be putting the bracelets up on the website January 5th, and then I'm really hoping to get a new product in line so that you guys can kind of go through and take a peek on the website. I literally can't believe I'm doing this. I believe I have probably 30 days to really accomplish all of this before I get really, really busy and, you know, turning everything over with the new year. This is what I want to do. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a small business owner. I want to support my local community, and I want to support the community that supports me. So I'm super thankful that you guys are even considering supporting me on social media. I know that it's like a big step to put your trust in a small creator like myself, so I really am thankful for you guys and hope that we can share this journey and go through everything together. If you're a crafty or an aviation enthusiast, wherever you are, have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning. I really hope to see you in the next video.
Saturday morning, sun is bright. No worries today, no fights. Coffee brewing, not so sweet. Dancing to the waking beat.